I need more than a piece, my brother. Walking the finest line between the shining knight and royalty, my brother. But the rank's on the way with the fleet. Take a seat or stay out of reach. Word is mine, I ain't claiming a piece. Throne is mine, but I stay on my feet. Locked and loaded, I pray that you get low. If you rollin', I pray you don't get cold. Is you ready for war, my brother? Is you ready for war, my brother?
Backing, they backing up.
By the Creekside Knights.
Is you ready for
That one got a dance. Grand Slam, Michael Michael. Live from Freedom Field in St. John's, Florida, we have got the district semifinals between the Creekside Knights and the Sandalwood Saints. Hello, everyone. I am Noah Schlick, bringing you tonight's action live on Schlick Sports. The playoffs have arrived here on April 30th, and this one to advance to the district finals Thursday night. Creekside, if they win, they would end up hosting that game, and the winner of this one will go on to face the winner of Bartram Trail and Atlantic Coast. These two teams got a lot of history, especially in the last 2 years. Last year in Daytona, Creekside defeated Sandalwood in a 10-inning ball game to win the 42 Classic, and in districts 2 years ago, Sandalwood came back down 2-1 in the 6th to beat Creekside 5-2 in the district championship in 2022. A lot of history between these two sides, and each of these teams won it tonight. We'll see who prevails, but first, we're going to send you down to the field for the starting lineups and our national anthem.
Semifinal contest between the Sandalwood Saints and the Creekside Knights. Now let's meet the teams. First, for the Sandalwood Saints, visitors on the scoreboard with a record of 12 wins and 11 losses. The non-starters, number 4, John Bradham. Number 5, Parker Schumann. Number 11, Dylan Sandquist. Number 14, Bane Barker. Number 15, Kellen Wilson. Number 18, Juan Luis. Number 25, Noah Salazar. Number 32, Caleb Freeman. And number 9, Ruben Bautista. And now the starting lineup. Leading off, the designated hitter number 2, Danny Riker. Batting second, the third baseman number 7, Chris Davila. Batting third, the shortstop number 1, Tyler Hurst. Batting fourth. Batting fifth, the first baseman number 8, Reed Linsangen. Batting sixth, the left fielder number 9, Jackson Phillips. Batting seventh, the center fielder number 30, Aiden Wiles. Batting eighth, the right fielder number 26, Trey Dennis. Batting ninth, the second baseman number 3, Andrew Detlefson. And the catcher number 10, Jackson Turney. Assistant coaches Will Sherman and John Gooden, and the head coach of the Saints is Mr. BJ Gazzoni. Now for the Creekside Knights. Home team on the scoreboard with a record of 15 wins and 10 losses. The non-starters. Number 4, Nick Romeo. Number 8, Hunter Schlegel. Number 9, Drew Williams. Number 10, Matthew Bysham. Number 12, Jackson Kane. Number 13, Gavin Strump. Number 15, Roman Baselli. Number 16, Quinn Wilfong. Number 18, Hunter Zimmerman. Number 21, Josh Huber. And number 24, Hudson Hyatt. And now the starting lineup for your Creekside Knights. Leading off in center field, number 20, Sean Aschenfelder. Batting second tonight, the third baseman, number 1, Parker Morton. Batting third, the shortstop, number 5, Ty Martineau. Batting fourth, behind the plate, the catcher, number 19, Carson McFarland. Batting fifth, tonight's right fielder, number 6, Michael Bycham. Batting sixth, the first baseman, number 14, Adam Harvey. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, number 7, Tavern Lancet. Batting eighth, the left fielder, number 17, Zach Jackson. Batting ninth, the second baseman, number 2, Hayden Benechek. And climbing the bump to pitch for the Creekside Knights this evening, number 23, Gavin Dupre. Assistant coaches, Chris Angelo, Darren Lester, Tony Mazzio, and Robbie McCluskey. And the head coach of the Creekside Knights, in his 7th year as head coach, Mr. Chris King. The umpires for tonight's game, at first base, Bud McGinnis. At third base, Pete Mullenberg. And behind the plate, John Redenius. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we direct your attention to the American flag flying in center field. Please stand and remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
And it is time to play ball here at Freedom Field between the Knights and the Saints for a trip to the district championship game. Here we go. Starting off with the starting lineups brought to you by Troy Silhan with Bank of England Mortgage leading things off for the Saints. Danny Riker followed by Chris Davila and Tyler Hurst. Trent Baskin, the pitcher, cleaning things up, followed by Reed Lanzingen. Jackson Phillips, Aiden Wiles, and Trey Dennis going 6, 7, 8. And Andrew Detlefson rounding things out in the 9-hole. On the mound for the Creekside Knights, Gavin Dupre, the freshman, getting the start in the district semifinals. He has been phenomenal climbing the mound this year, standing at 6'1", 175. Carries an ERA at 1.07 in 4 starts, 7 appearances. His last one against St. John's Country Day, a very tough team, went 4 1/3, allowing 2 hits, 1 run to 3 strikeouts and 1 walk. He has been phenomenal on the mound all year long. Does a nice job of forcing weak contact, doesn't allow too many base hits. Should be a tough matchup for a Sandalwood team that struggled a bit at the plate this season, batting just .245 as a team. We'll see how they fare against the freshman on the bump. The umpires for tonight's game out on the field. Third base ump is Pete Mullenberg, Bud McGinnis over at first base, and John Redenius. I butchered that. Redenius. There we go. Behind the plate. Danny Riker up to the plate. It's Redenius. Here we go. First pitch called strike. And we are underway. Two quick strikes on Danny Riker, the DH. Batting .311 this year with 14 stolen bases. He fouls one back. Riker, among qualified hitters on this team, leads the team in batting average. Did he go on the swing? A pitch I think might have hit him. It's strike three. Riker fooled by Dupre. One away, and now bring up Davila. Davila, the senior, has got 3 home runs, 9 RBIs, the Polk State commit. Carries an OPS at 1.023. Five strikes out the gate from Gavin Dupre, 1 away. Fly ball left field, Morton under it, makes the catch. 2 quickly away in the first, and time now to take a look at the fielding alignment for the Creekside Knights. Out in the outfield, Zach Jackson, Sean Aschenfelder, and Michael Beisha moving left to right. On the infield, Parker Morton getting the start at third. Ty Martineau, the shortstop. Aiden Benechek at second. Adam Harvey, the first baseman. Behind the plate, Carson McFarland. And on the bump, Gavin Dupre is a foul ball towards the Creekside dugout. Going to drift out of play. Strike one. 2 gone here in the first inning. Tyler Hurst up at the plate. The senior comes in batting .292, 1 home run, 12 RBIs. This top of the order is dangerous for Sandalwood, but there is 8 strikes going for 9. Gavin Dupre, here's the pitch. He got him, looking at strike 3. 3 up, 3 down on 9 pitches. Gavin Dupre, a masterclass in the top of the first inning. Creekside up to the dish when we return on Schlick Sports. They are back together again and talking sports in Jacksonville. Brent Martineau and former Jags player Austin Lane from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. on all the social media platforms, and for the first time ever in Jacksonville, a 24/7 streaming network. It's Action Sports Jax 24/7. Download the Action News Jax Now app and get sports all day, every day. It's on Roku, Apple TV, Google TV, and many other platforms. Action Sports Jax 24/7 and the new Brent and Austin Show, 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. Bottom of the first inning now on Schlick Sports. Taking a look at the starting alignment for the Creekside Knights. Sean Aschenfelder leading things off, followed by Parker Morton and Ty Martineau. Carson McFarland, Michael Beisham, and Adam Harvey in the heart of the order, followed by Tavern Blanzett, Zach Jackson, and Aiden Benechek. They're going up against Trent Baskin on the mound for Sandalwood. In 8 appearances this year, he's gone 27 innings, 1.56 ERA for the sophomore, standing at 5'11", 145. According to Perfect Game, he's got a fastball, curveball, changeup, but judging off the fact that in just one of his events have they recorded a changeup, relies mostly on that fastball and curveball combo. That fastball in the mid-80s has touched 86 on there.
Center fielder number 20.
So he gets ready to face a
Ashenfelder.
Creekside lineup fresh off an 11-run performance against DeLand. Sean Ashenfelder leading things off for the Knights. First pitch, down and away, ball one. Called strike on the outside corner. Weather here in the first inning of play, 79 degrees. Wind blowing in at 8 miles per hour. It's been blowing in a lot out here at Creekside as Ashenfelder goes the opposite way. It is a leadoff single for Sean and the Creekside Knights. Runner on first, nobody out, and that brings up Parker Morton.
Next up for your
Creekside
Tonight's
without
third
Connor
baseman, number
Belizik
1,
in tonight's
Parker
lineup as
Morton.
Belizik out with a little sickness. They hope to see him back out here soon. Morton into the lineup as McFarland slides to the catcher spot. And Morton batting in the 2 spot for Creekside. Showing bunt. Ashenfelder goes, pulls back on the bunt, throw down to second is high, and in there is Sean Ashenfelder with a stolen base. 20 stolen bases in the regular season, make it 21 now. Picking one up early here. It's a 2-0 count. Pitch was a ball called. I thought it might have been a strike. For Ashenfelder with that leadoff single, he's now on a 7-game hit streak. Morton shows bunt, pulls back, and there's a called strike one. 2-1 count. Ashenfelder on second. Nobody out. In the bottom of the first. Shows bunts again, pulls back. It's a strike at the knees. 2-2. So he pulls back the bunt on back-to-back strikes. Now it'll be interesting to see what he does with a 2-strike count. Not showing bunts early. Here's the pitch. Down and away, full count on the Creekside third baseman. The payoff pitch. Down in the dirt for ball 4. 2 on, nobody out. And that brings up Ty Martineau.
Next up for your Knights, tonight's shortstop.
Runners
number
on
5,
first and second
Martineau.
for Martineau, who on the regular season drove in 17 runs. Looking to get on base here. Advance these runners. A base hit into the outfield most likely scores Ashenfelder. Martineau batting .309, on base percentage at .446. Corners in on the infield expecting a bunt. And that's exactly what happens off the plate. It's a beautiful bunt. Throw on to first in time, but it does the trick, advancing Morton to second, Ashenfelder to third. 2 in scoring position, 1 away for Carson McFarland. Let's take a look at the fielding alignment for the Sandalwood Saints. In the outfield, Jackson Phillips in left, Aiden Wiles in center with Trey Dennis in right. Chris Davila over at third with Tyler Hurst at short. Andrew Detlefson at second. Linzingen over at first, and Jackson Turney behind the plate. Infield comes in for ball 1 to Carson McFarland. Curveball ball misses high, 2-0. Baskin in trouble early on. This is his first start in 25 days. Last one was against Baldwin. Pitched a complete game, allowing just 1 run. McFarland takes strike 1, 2 balls and a strike. His last appearance came in the regular season finale against Atlantic Coast. Went just a third of an inning. Walking 2, and that one goes up and in, hits McFarland. Bases loaded for Michael Bysham. And Bysham, in last year's district semifinal, hit a grand slam against Bartram Trail. He's got 3 ducks on the pond here with 1 away in the bottom of the first. Obviously, not exactly the mindset up at the plate as you want to go deep here, as Bysham is yet to homer this season. He's been phenomenal, though, in these big moments. Been great swinging the bat in April and batting .299 on the season. Takes a fastball high, 1-0. Pickoff move to first. Way off was Gavin Strump, and he is out. So now 2 away on a costly mistake at first base with the bases loaded. That one hurt. Strump was way off at first, not expecting a pickoff move. Linsingen ran in from behind him. Caught him off guard, and there's 2 away now. 2 in scoring position, a 1-1 count. Bysham takes upstairs. 2 balls and a strike. That just cannot happen in the playoffs in that spot. You're trying to get an early lead, and now Bysham has to get on base. 2-1 pitch swung on above the belt, 2-2. 2 on, 2 out, and a 2-2 count. Trent Baskin looking to pitch out of the bases loaded jam. Bysham down on strikes to end the inning. Creekside loads the bases with just 1 away, but a pickoff move and a strikeout puts it to rest. On to the second, a disappointing end to the first for Creekside. Gavin Dupre back on the mound when we return. Attention sports fans of Southwest Jacksonville. Are you prepared to defend against the greatest opponent of our time? I'm not talking about a rival team. I'm talking about cyber threats. Did you know that in 2023, over 60% of small to mid-sized businesses experienced a cyber attack, and only 14% were considered prepared to handle the attack? Don't let one setback sideline your success. Here to help is CMIT Solutions of Southwest Jacksonville, your local IT managed services provider for small to mid-sized businesses in and around Southwest Jacks. Tune in to our free podcast on cybersecurity, where we break down the complex threats in just 15 minutes per episode. Make the most of your drive time and defend your business like a champion. Stay safe, stay secure. Find us on YouTube at youtube.com/@CMITSWJacks. Through 1 inning, we are scoreless. Gavin Dupre gets ready to face the heart of the order. First pitch, fly ball, right center field. Michael Bysham tracking, makes the catch. One away. For Dupre, he had a phenomenal first inning.
First baseman number 8, Reed Linsangen.
2 strikeouts, 3 outs, 3 batters, 9 pitches. Linsangen up to the plate, takes a curveball for a strike. You're going to see a fastball in the mid-80s from Dupre, along with the sinker, curveball, and a changeup. Opposite way into right field. First hit and first base runner for the Saints. 1 on, 1 out in the top of the second inning. Jackson Phillips next up to the plate.
Left fielder number 9, Jackson Phillips.
Phillips, the senior, threw a complete game against Flagler Palm Coast, leading them to victory last night. Takes one over the middle of the plate for strike 1. At the plate, Phillips batting .250 with 9 RBIs on the season. Ground ball out to short. Martineau on to Benechek for 1. Throw to first. Got him! It's a double play to retire the side. 6-4-3, the Knights double up Jackson Phillips. On to the bottom of the second, still scoreless at Freedom Field. That One Painter First Coast is here for your home service needs. We specialize in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, whole house pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, stucco repair, and more. Call 904-417-3557 for your free estimate today. Bottom of the second inning now as 6, 7, 8 coming up for Creekside. Adam Harvey, Tavern Blanzett, and Zach Jackson for Creekside.
Number 14, Adam Harvey.
Harvey coming up to the plate, leads the team in batting average. .379 on the season. Line drive, right center field. That one's going to get down for extra bases. Harvey on to second in standing. It's a leadoff double for Harvey and the Knights. Nice job taking that one the other way into the right center field gap.
Next up for your Knights,
that brings up Tavern Blanzett.
Hitter number 7, Tavern Blanzett.
Trent Baskin ran into some trouble out on the mound there in the first. Creekside loaded the bases. He got a little help as Gavin Strump, who was running for Carson McFarland, got a little too far off at first, and he picked him off for out number 2. Bysham went down swinging to end the inning. Knights want to see this run get across in the second. Tavern Blanzett batting 7th for Creekside today. He's back into the starting lineup after pinch hitting in that game against DeLand. Takes a strike on the outside corner. Blanzett batting .391 in 23 at-bats, 9 RBIs, 4 doubles on the season. One on, nobody out. Pickoff move trying to get Harvey. He's back in safely. I think it would be a safe bet to see quite a few pickoff moves from here on out after Sandalwood got that first one. Creekside gonna be on their toes though on the base paths. Good pitch to hit, lands it, fouls it off. 0-2. Just looking to move Harvey up a station right here. The 0-2. Way outside. A ball and 2 strikes. This game last year, a thriller for the 42 Classic Championship. Creekside won 4-3 in 10 innings. Michael Bysham walked it off. High fly ball, right field. Trey Dennis hovers under it, makes the catch. Harvey tagging up, trying for 3. It's a good throw, and it beat him. They double him up on the fly out. 2 gone. An aggressive base running decision, and Trey Dennis with a great throw, making Creekside pay for it.
17, Zach Jackson.
It's the second out on the bases now for Creekside in the first 2 innings. Bottom of the second. Two away now after the leadoff double. 2-1, Jackson takes one for strike number 2. Full windup and the pitch. Got Jackson swinging for out number 3. Another blow for Creekside on the bases in the bottom of the second. They're still scoreless after the leadoff double. Onto the top of the third on Schlick Sports. First Coast Lighting and Fans is a proud sponsor of Schlick Sports and Creekside Baseball. They have the area's largest selection of lights, fans, and home decor. Be sure to stop by and browse their location on Phillips Highway across from the Avenues Mall at 10130 Phillips Highway. They look forward to helping you with your lighting needs soon. Top of the third inning, and the story thus far, Gavin Dupre rolling on the mound and base running mistakes, which we had seen kind of nip Creekside a few times this year. They've come back to bite him early in a big way. The pickoff move back in the first with the bases loaded for out number 2, and then after the leadoff double, a double play on a fly out to right field as Harvey was sent from second to third tagging up, and Trey Dennis made a great throw. A 3-0 count on Aiden Wiles. Three and 1. Line drive left field. Jackson makes the catch. 1 away. I'll bring up Dennis, who made that double play out in right field. And Dennis has been great up at the plate in limited plate appearances this year. "13 at-bats, 19 plate appearances, batting .385, 1 RBI, 1 double, OPS over 1,000. Strike at the knees. 0-2. 2-strike count. Gavin Dupre into the windup. Close, just misses. 1-2. And on the hands, goes the opposite way, right at Adam Harvey for out number 2. Gavin Dupre still rolling here in the third.
Now a two-way. That'll bring up
And that
the
brings
second
up
baseman, number
Detlefson.
3, Andrew Detlefson.
Top of the third inning. Scoreless so far between Sandalwood and Creekside. 1-1 on the Saints' second baseman. Dupre has done a nice job of filling up the zone early on. Throws 65% strikes on the season. Gets strike 2 across there. 2 outs and a 2-2 count. Still under 30 pitches. Curveball up and in. 3-2. And this will be pitch 30. Chopper back up the middle. Martineau charging, throws to first for out number 3. Another 1-2-3 inning in the third for Gavin Dupre. Bottom half of the inning coming up next on Schlick Sports.
They are back together again and talking sports in Jacksonville. Brent Martineau and former Jags player Austin Lane from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. on all the social media platforms, and for the first time ever in Jacksonville, a 24/7 streaming network. It's Action Sports Jax 24/7. Download the Action News Jax Now app and get sports all day, every day. It's on Roku, Apple TV, Google TV, and many other platforms. Action Sports Jax 24/7 and the new Brent and Austin Show, 10 a.m. until 1 p.m.
Benachek.
9-1-2 coming up for the Creekside Knights. In the bottom of the third inning. Scoreless so far. Aiden Benachek leading things off. Takes a high hop on Tyler Hurst. Throw to first. Dug out of the dirt by Linzagen. One away on one pitch. Trent Baskin has had to
Now batting with one away.
keep his cool in some big moments early on. Creekside loaded the bases in the first. Adam Harvey led off the second with a double, and just base running mistakes have hurt Creekside so far. Aschenfelder gets hit by a pitch, so 1 on, 1 out for the Knights. And this time they'll look to make Baskin and the
Next up
Saints
for your Knights,
pay for it.
third baseman number 1, Parker Morton.
Morton reached on a 3-2 walk his first time up. Pickoff move back safely at first is Sean Aschenfelder. Aschenfelder in motion. Pitch low, throw to second, not in time. An easy stolen base. Second of the game for Sean Aschenfelder, gets him into scoring position. A 1-0 count on Morton. Now Aschenfelder trying for third, called strike, and he is in there safely with his third stolen base. Now a runner just 90 feet away for Creekside. 1 out, 1 on, and a 1-1 count. Infield in, Morton looking to put it in play. Takes one outside. Martineau on deck. Had a sac bunt his first time up. Pitch outside, 3-1. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 4. Second walk of the game for Parker Morton. Runners at the corners for Martineau.
Next up for your Knights, shortstop number 5,
Baskins
Ty
worked out of a
Martineau.
couple jams early on. Runners at the corners, 1 out. Jackson Turney. Gonna meet Tyler Hurst and the entire infield out on the mound to talk with Trent Baskin. Parker Morton will likely be in motion here for the Creekside Knights at some point. Don't want to get picked off as we saw earlier in the game with Gavin Strump. Just want to get the job done right here. Get into scoring position, and if you're Martineau at the plate, looking to avoid grounding into a double play. First pitch called strike. 0-1. Martineau had a sacrifice bunt his first time up at the plate. Pickoff move, Morton back safely at first. Got a lot of students out here in attendance tonight. The 0-1. Chop foul, 0-2. Not sure if the camera will range there. Yeah, you can get a little look. We got some football players lining the backstop next to the Creekside dugout. We've got some more students out there in the stands. Oh, 2 count. And that one is blooped into shallow left field. It's down for a base hit. That scores Aschenfelder. Morton up to second on the single from Martineau. It is 1-0 Creekside. Ty Martineau delivers with 1 away in the third, and that gets Creekside on the board. McFarland the next up. Still 2 on, 1 out. Was hit by a pitch his last time up. Trying to put together a rally In the bottom of the third. The sophomore Baskin set. Pitch down and away, skips away from Turney, but stays in front of him, allowing him to keep those runners put at first and second. Sandalwood sending someone out to the bullpen to get loose. Believe it is Dane Barker, the sophomore. Again, 2 on, 1 out, and a 1-0 count for McFarland. Carson, 17 RBIs on the season. Baskin looking back, Morton to second base. The 1-0, down and away again. 2 balls, no strikes on McFarland. Big time hitters count right here. He's looking to do some damage. Sandalwood, a very good pitching and defensive team. Good job there by Turney. Keeps that one in front of him and away from the backstop, 3-0. For team ERA heading into this one, 1.72. Opponents averaging just 2.74 a game against them. However, when that's not working for the Saints, they are 2-7 when opponents score 4 or more runs. Creekside has 1 across here in the bottom of the third. 2 more runners on. McFarland pops this one up, foul ground. Turney runs out of room. Count runs full on Carson McFarland. This is a Sandalwood team that's had a lot of success over the years. Obviously, won the district championship in 2022. We were upset by Flagler Palm Coast in the semifinals last year, but they have been a very good team here in recent years. Lost some key players, though, heading into this season. Tanner Reed, Holden Bradshaw, Caden Wilson, Blake Pacheco, and Cooper Whited. 3-2 up and in on McFarland. Bases loaded for Michael Bysham. And that's going to bring out pitching coach to talk with Trent Baskin. So Baskin enters his second bases loaded spot of the game, and the same man up at the plate, Michael Bysham. Gavin Strump back out to run for McFarland on first. He got picked off, and then Bysham struck out to end that first inning. This time around, looking for a different result.
Now batting for your Knights.
Bysham, of course, had the walk-off base hit to defeat the Saints last year in Daytona. And he's got a chance to create some separation right here in the third. First pitch, called strike outside. 0-1. Fly ball, right center field. Aiden Wiles ranging over. It is going to drop for a base hit. Morton scores. Martineau to the plate. Headed home is Strump. He is in. 3-run score. Now heading. Oh no, Strump heading in from third now. Now 3-run score Michael Bysham into third. It is 4-0 Knights. A double turns into 3 bases on the throwing error. Creekside with that separation now I mentioned earlier on in the inning.
First baseman number 14.
2 and 7 are the Sandalwood Saints when opponents score 4 or more. And Creekside has hit that number in the 3rd inning. Back up the middle, this one is gonna drop in for a base hit. Adam Harvey drives in Bysham. It is 5-0 Knights. Now a 5-0 ball game, Creekside. With the separation they need in the bottom of the 3rd, and that is going to do it for Trent Baskin. Out to the mound, Bane Barker. When we return after this pitching change brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency.
Attention sports fans of Southwest Jacksonville. Are you prepared to defend against the greatest opponent of our time? I'm not talking about a rival team. I'm talking about cyber threats. Did you know that in 2023, over 60% of small to mid-sized businesses experienced a cyber attack, and only 14% were considered prepared to handle the attack? Don't let one setback sideline your success. Here to help is CMIT Solutions of Southwest Jacksonville, your local IT managed services provider for small to mid-sized businesses in and around Southwest Jacks. Tune in to our free podcast on cybersecurity, where we break down the complex threats in just 15 minutes per episode. Make the most of your drive time and defend your business like a champion. Stay safe, stay secure. Find us on YouTube at youtube.com/@CMITSWJacks.
Time now for our first pitching change brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. On in relief, Bane Barker, the sophomore, standing at 6'8", 213. Monstrous size out on the bump.
Now batting from the Creekside Knights.
He gets ready to face 7, 8, 9.
Hitter number 7.
1 out, 1 on, and 5 runs in for Creekside in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Tavern blends it up to the plate. Josh Huber running for Adam Harvey, takes off for second. He is in there safely with a stolen base.
Josh Huber.
One 0 count on Tavern blends it. Throw to second. Tyler Hurst was not there. Josh Huber into third with no throw. Now a runner just 90 feet away for Blanzit, and things starting to fall apart out there on the field for the Sandalwood Saints. Infield in. Blanzit pops it up. Foul ground. Jackson Turney can't get to it. Was that first pitch called a strike? Oh, there's 2 strikes. I thought that first pitch was outside. Oh, he swung at it. 0-2. Fouled off the plate. and out of play on the first base line. 0-2 count on Tavern Blancett. Blancett flew out to right his first time up. Barker on the season in 9 appearances, gone 28 innings, got an ERA at 1. He's been very good out there on the bump and trying to limit the damage here. A stolen base and then a wild pickoff move into center. Got Josh Huber running for Harvey to third. Now a 2-2 count, 1 away. Blancett line drive, but right at Linsingen. Throw on to third will get Huber for the double play. Well, Tavern Blancett has now flown into right for a double play and lined out to first for a double play. 5 runs in for Creekside in the bottom of the third. On to the fourth in the district semifinals.
That One Painter First Coast is here for your home service needs. We specialize in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, whole house pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, stucco repair, and more. Call 904-417-3557 for your free estimate today.
Top of the fourth inning now on Schlick Sports, and it is 5-0 Knights after a big inning in the bottom of the third. Leadoff base hit and digging for 2 now is Danny Riker. Throw on to second, got him by a mile. Zach Jackson guns down Danny Riker, trying to extend the single into a double. 1 away. And that's top of the fourth inning.
Now batting with 1 away, the third baseman, number 7, Chris DeVilla.
And just nothing going the way of the Sandalwood Saints, at least on offense. 1 out. DeVilla the next one up. Final line on the Saints starter, Trent Baskin, is foul ball out of play. Baskin goes 2 1/3, allowing 5 hits, 5 runs, 5 earned. He walked 3 while striking out just 2. Line drive foul down the right field line. A ball and 2 strikes on Chris DeVilla. One, 2 count. Here's the pitch. Outside. One away in the fourth. Full windup and the pitch from Dupre. Swung on and missed. He got him. Strike 3. 2 gone. Tyler Hurst, the next one up.
Next up for the Saints, shortstop, number 1, Tyler Hurst.
The senior struck out looking on 3 pitches back in the first inning. Curveball, beautiful pitch in the zone. Strike 1. Little blooper into left for a base hit. 1 on, 2 out for Sandalwood. Trent Baskin, the DH, or excuse me, the cleanup man.
Number 23, Trent Baskin.
Was the starting pitcher in this one. Not sure where he's at now. Runner goes, pitch a strike. McFarland to second. In there safely. Tyler Hurst. This is a Sandalwood team that loves to steal bases, but haven't really gotten the ability to show that off thus far. 78 stolen bases heading into the night. That's the 11th of the year for Tyler Hurst. A little chopper foul. 1-2 the count on Trent Baskin. Batting .211, 7 RBIs. Flew out to right his first time up. Strike just misses at the knees. Runner on second. 2 away and a 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Out to left. Jackson makes the catch to retire the side. Little bit of action on the base paths for the Saints in the fourth, but they cannot find a way to plate Tyler Hurst. It's still 5-0 Creekside heading into the bottom of the fourth.
That One Painter First Coast is here for your home service needs. We specialize in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, whole house pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, stucco repair, and more. Call 904-417-3557 for your free estimate today.
Bottom of the fourth inning, it's 5-0 Creekside. A little score update from Atlantic Coast and Bartram Trail. Still 0-0 in the bottom of the fourth inning. The winner of that one will go on to face the winner of this game here, the Saints and the Knights, where Creekside currently holds the 5-run advantage. Hunter Schlegel at the plate, hitting for Zach Jackson. Foul tip in an 0-2 count. Bartram Trail is threatening in the bottom of the fourth. 2 on, 1 out. As Schlegel down swinging. 1 away. Aiden Benachek up to the plate. Benny, the second baseman, grounded out to short his last time up.
Aiden Benachek.
Benachek. Have to wait a little longer as the ball skipped away from Bane Barker on the mound. The junior came into this one batting .188, on base percentage at .257. Fouls one off. 0-1. Creekside has been able to create some early separation on Sandalwood, which is huge, as this is a team that has shown the ability to go on some runs, some big innings. They won that game against Flagler Palm Coast on a 3-run fifth, coming back to beat the Bulldogs by a score of 3-2. Benechek pops one up down the first baseline. First baseman Linzingen makes the catch. 2 gone.
Next up
So that brings up Ashenfelder. He's reached on a single and a hit by pitch. And he has stolen 3 bases in this game. Looking at the numbers heading into this one, it was definitely a game that favored Creekside, but in the playoffs, you never know what's going to happen, as this one's still far from over. But by the numbers, Creekside, a good offensive team. They come in averaging near 6 runs per game, and more on the by the numbers when we return. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Creekside. A little bit of life for Sandalwood. They'll try to build off of it in the 5th. They trail 5-0 to the Knights here on Schlick Sports.
First Coast Lighting and Fans is a proud sponsor of Schlick Sports and Creekside Baseball. They have the area's largest selection of lights, fans, and home decor. Be sure to stop by and browse their location on Phillips Highway across from the Avenues Mall at 10130 Phillips Highway. They look forward to helping you with your lighting needs soon.
Five, 6, 7 coming up for the Sandalwood Saints to face Gavin Dupre in the 5th inning. Creekside with the 5-0 lead here in the district semifinals. High fly ball left field. Zach Jackson makes the catch. One away here in the 5th. Now bring up Jackson Phillips. Creekside now in control of this game.
Jackson Phillips.
And Sandalwood looking for a inning where they can get a run or 2 across, get some life back in this game. They were able to set down Creekside 1-2-3 in the 4th. As Dupre gets a strike past Phillips. By the numbers heading into this one, I was trying to talk about it before the break. There's a pop-up foul ground. Morton, the third baseman, makes the catch. Oh, I'm going to have to make this quick. They won't let me do this.
Now betting was
There's 2 away. That brings up Aiden Wiles.
Aiden Wiles.
I mentioned early on, the Saints 2-7 when opponents score 4 or more. According to Brent Martineau up here in the broadcast booth before the game, Creekside 14-3 when they score 5 and more. Hey, 1-2-3 inning. Gavin Dupre wouldn't let me get through my notes. We'll save it for the bottom of the 5th. Quick work from Dupre and the Knights. On to the bottom of the 5th. Still 5-0 Creekside.
They are back together again and talking sports in Jacksonville. Brent Martineau and former Jags player Austin Lane from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. on all the social media platforms, and for the first time ever in Jacksonville, a 24/7 streaming network. It's Action Sports Jacks 24/7. Download the Action News Jacks Now app and get sports all day, every day. It's on Roku, Apple TV, Google TV, and many other platforms. Action Sports Jacks 24/7 and the new Brent and Austin Show, 10 a.m. until 1 p.m.
Bottom of the 5th inning. 2-3-4 coming up for Creekside against Bane Barker. Morton leading things off for the Knights.
Bottom of the 5th for the Creekside Knights. Third baseman
So
number
far,
1.
he's walked twice in this game. First pitch, up and in. Ball 1. Sandalwood was able to work some magic last night, coming back against Flagler Palm Coast. They've struggled, though, on the road this season. 9-2 on their home field, but everywhere else, whether it be on the road or at a neutral site, they are a combined 3-9 in those non-home games. And Creekside struggled at home early on this season, getting off to a 1-5 start at home. Not exactly what they would have liked. But in the month of April, beat some really good teams out here at Freedom Field, going 5-1 overall at Freedom Field, defending that home field, and their only loss coming to St. John's Country Day. Morton, a hard chopper out to short. Here's out number 1. Now we'll bring up Ty Martineau.
Now batting for the Knights.
Singled in a run in the 3rd. That was the big inning for Creekside. They had some opportunities to score in the 1st and 2nd, but some base running mistakes kept them from doing so. They were able to strike for 5, however, in the 3rd inning, and that's been the difference so far in this game. Bane Barker's been real good out of the pen. If you missed it, this is a sophomore at 6'8", 213. Ground ball to first. 2-way here in the 5th. And that brings up McFarland. So Baskin has come in and set down 6 straight.
Catcher, number 19, Carson McFarland.
That brings up McFarland. He's reached on a hit by pitch and a walk. Now looking for a hit. Take strike 1. Ground ball, backhanded by Hurst. Throw to first is high and scoots away from Lingzangen. McFarland reaches on the 2-out error. That brings up Michael Bysham. He came through with a 2-run double and actually scored 3. More scored on an error in the 3rd. Doubles brought to you by Triple Crown Fence. Call today at 305-331-9377. First pitch to Bysham, popped up out of play. 0-1.
The game on the bases, number 13, Gavin Strump.
Gavin Strump running for McFarland over on first. Pickoff move back safely is Strump. Oh, 1 count. Barker fires. Pitch foul back. 0-2. Adam Harvey on deck for Creekside. They got a runner on first with 2 outs in the 5th. You got to imagine with the way Barker's thrown out there, they're going to ride him for potentially the rest of the game. 2 gone here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Foul tip, strike 3, retires the side in the 5th. Bane Barker has done a really nice job out of the bullpen, but will it be enough to keep Sandalwood alive in this game? They trail by 5 heading into the 6th. Their offense needs to get something going when we return on Schlick Sports.
First Coast Lighting and Fans is a proud sponsor of Schlick Sports and Creekside Baseball. They have the area's largest selection of lights, fans, and home decor. Be sure to stop by and browse their location on Phillips Highway across from the Avenues Mall at 10130 Phillips Highway. They look forward to helping you with your lighting needs soon.
Top of the 6th inning. 8-9-1 due up for the Sandalwood Saints. Showing bunt, Trey Dennis. Fielded by Dupre. Throw to first in time, 1 away. Time running out for Sandalwood. Now got just 5 outs to work with as Gavin Dupre dealing out on the pitcher's mound. Now Bane Barker up to the plate. It was Andrew Detlefson who was originally there, the second baseman, but grounds one up the middle, under the glove of the diving Ty Martineau into center. Base hit for the pitcher. Bane Barker having himself a good game out here. Back to the top of the order, and Danny Riker.
Into the game on the bases, number 4, John Bradham.
John Bradham running for Barker out on first. We know this is a team that's very aggressive on the bases. We'll see if that remains true down 5. Pickoff move. Back safely is Bradham. Got some big cheers coming from the Creekside Bartram softball game behind us. Line drive out to short. Backhanded by Martineau. Throw to second. Got him. What a web gem. Ty Martineau. Leaning towards second. Martineau able to work his way back towards the third baseline. Stick out his glove on the backhand. Grab it. And toss it to second for out number 2. What a play by the senior shortstop. Two gone. Ball 1 to Davila. Gavin Dupre at just 51 pitches with 2 gone in the 6th. Creekside most likely, even if they don't win districts, we'll see the regional playoffs next week. Time called behind the plate as home plate umpire Redenez talking to head coach Chris King, and they are going to kick out the high schoolers next to the Creekside dugout. Another pickoff moving back safely. Danny Riker stole a base earlier. Or excuse me, that was Tyler Hurst, but Riker, a big-time threat to steal. 14 stolen bases on the season. 2-2 count on Davila. Runner goes, pitch, back up the middle. Martineau can't field it cleanly, but oh my goodness, what a base running mistake. And out on the base paths is Danny Riker. He was stealing second. It snuck under the glove of Martineau, but he took the turn, and Riker tagged out, or he ran out of the base paths. What a weird play to end the 6th inning. 5-0 Knights on to the bottom of the 6th.
They are back together again and talking sports in Jacksonville. Brent Martineau and former Jags player Austin Lane from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. on all the social media platforms, and for the first time ever in Jacksonville, a 24/7 streaming network. It's Action Sports Jacks 24/7. Download the Action News Jacks Now app and get sports all day, every day. It's on Roku, Apple TV, Google TV, and many other platforms. Action Sports Jacks 24/7 and the new Brent and Austin Show, 10 a.m. until 1 p.m.
Congratulations to the Creekside softball team. Walk-off win over Bartram Trail behind us. 5-4 final.
Adam Harvey.
Over here at Freedom Field, we are in the bottom of the 6th inning, and we've got 6, 7, 8 coming up to face Bain Barker. Creekside with the 5-0 lead, trying to add some insurance ahead of the 7th. And speaking of insurance, we'd like to thank our situational sponsors out here, Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency, Troy Silhan with Bank of England Mortgage, and Creekside Doubles, brought to you by Triple Crown Fence. Call today at 305-331-9377. Harvey doubled back in the 2nd. This one off of Bain Barker. Coming in barehanded, throw to first, skips down the right field line. Harvey takes a tumble rounding first. He is going to have to stay put. A wild throw from Davila at third. And one on, nobody out on the error. Sandalwood coaching staff out to check on Barker and I think maybe talk to Davila. We're going to have Barker throw a couple warm-up pitches here. After that one, kind of bounced back off of his leg. One on, nobody out for Tavern Blansit as Barker looks good to stay in the game.
Now batting for the Creekside Knights, designated hitter number 7, Tavern Blansit.
Blansit 0 for 2, has flown out to right for a double play and lined out to first for a double play. Takes the ball outside. First time up in the second, he flew one to right center, and then Trey Dennis threw out Adam Harvey trying to tag up from second and go to third, and then in the third inning, Blansit hard line drive right at Linsingen, the first baseman, who threw on to third base to get Josh Huber. One-0 count. Called strike 1-1. Blansit pops it up, left center field. Catch made by Aiden Wiles. One away. Now I'll bring up Zach Jackson.
Now batting for the Knights with one away, left fielder number 17, Zach Jackson.
Jackson struck out back in the second, was pinch hit for by Hunter Schlegel in the fourth. Back on for his second plate appearance here in the sixth. Takes the ball down and away, 1-0. Jackson batting .280 on the season. 6 RBIs and 21 at-bats heading into this one. Creekside has got Quinn Wilthong up in the bullpen. Harvey breaking for second. Pitch is fouled back, 1-1. One on, one out, and a 1-1 count in the bottom of the sixth. Jackson takes strike 2. A ball and 2 strikes. Creekside with the 5-0 lead over Sandalwood. Pickoff move trying to get Harvey. He is safe at first. Aiden Benacek on deck for the Knights. Jackson sends this one to left. It is down for a base hit. Harvey in safely at second base on the single from Zach Jackson. And that brings up Aiden Benacek.
Next up for your Knights, second baseman number 2, Aiden Benacek.
Two on, one out. Benacek popped out and grounded out. Takes strike 1 from Bane Barker, 0-1. Swinging strike 2 to Benacek. It'd be interesting to see if Creekside can hold on them face either Atlantic Coast or Bartram. Atlantic Coast has improved mightily since that opening day matchup where Creekside won pretty handedly out here at Freedom Field. But Bartram Trail, obviously, you won that first game. That second game leaves a bad taste in your mouth, as the Bears were able to come back late in that game. Nick Romeo tossed an absolute gem of a ball game, but the Knights just weren't able to manufacture that one extra run, and a couple of mistakes on the field allowed for Bartram to take that game in extra innings, and the Knights would love to avenge that, I'm sure, for the district championship right back here at Freedom Field. As of now, if the result of that game stands, it would be Bartram Trail that Creekside would see. 2 on, 1 out, 2-2 pitch. Down and away, skips away from Turney. Harvey into third. Runners at the corners. A 3-2 count. Sean Aschenfelder on deck. Time called by the catcher, Jackson Turney. The 3-2. Pop foul. Count still full. Time again called, I think. Can't tell if that was Turney or Benachek. Full count, toss over to first, back safely is Zach Jackson. Wonder if that time had to do with anything with the truck driving back behind the center field fence. A little distraction behind the plate and in the batter's box. The 3-2 pitch upstairs, ball 4. Base is loaded for Sean Aschenfelder.
Next up for your Knights.
And a run here for the Creekside Knights
20,
would
Sean Aschenfelder.
really add some more separation in this game, maybe put it on ice. Heading into the 7th. Hunter Schlegel now getting ready in the bullpen. Up and in, ball 1 to Aschenfelder. 1 for 2 in this game. Reaching on a single and a hit by pitch. Grounded out to shortstop in the 4th. Aschenfelder pops one foul ground, first base side. It is going to land safely on the ground. 1-1. Bases loaded for Sean Aschenfelder. 1 away in the bottom of the 6th. And this one is driven to left. Jackson Phillips under it, makes the catch. Tagging up is Adam Harvey. Throw cut off, and at home plate he is safe. Sac fly from Sean Aschenfelder. It is 6-0 Creekside. And that will bring up Nick Romeo hitting for Parker Morton. 2 on, 2 out, 1 in.
Into the game for the Creekside Knights. Number 4, Nick Romeo.
Romeo batting 167, 4 RBIs on the season. Harvey scored on the sac fly. First run for Creekside since the 3rd inning, in which they put up 5. First pitch swinging, it's a line drive right at Baskin at second base for out number 3. But Creekside plates one on the sac fly from Sean Aschenfelder. They look to close out a trip to the district championship when we return on Schlick Sports.
Attention sports fans of Southwest Jacksonville. Are you prepared to defend against the greatest opponent of our time? I'm not talking about a rival team. I'm talking about cyber threats. Did you know that in 2023, over 60% of small to mid-sized businesses experienced a cyber attack, and only 14% were considered prepared to handle the attack? Don't let one setback sideline your success. Here to help is CMIT Solutions of Southwest Jacksonville, your local IT managed services provider for small to mid-sized businesses in and around Southwest Jacks. Tune in to our free podcast on cybersecurity, where we break down the complex threats in just 15 minutes per episode. Make the most of your drive time and defend your business like a champion. Stay safe, stay secure. Find us on YouTube at youtube.com/@CMITSWJacks.
Creekside Knights baseball on Schlick Sports is brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. Triple Crown Fence, call today at 305-331-9377. And Troy Silhan with Bank of England Mortgage. Gavin Dupre back out on the mound for the 7th inning, looking to shut things down. 3-4-5 coming up for Sandalwood. And Tyler Hurst grounds one out to Benechek, one away. In the 7th, Gavin Dupre just mowing these Saints hitters down all night long. Now 57 pitches with one away in the 7th. That is really impressive. Not just the fact that he's a freshman in the district semifinals, taking a shutout into the 7th, going for a complete game, but with that pitch count as low as it is, what a performance on the mound from Gavin Dupre. There's strike one to Trent Baskin. Full windup. Did he go? No, he did not. 1-1 on the starting pitcher turned second baseman for Sandalwood as he flies one out of play down the right field line. 2 strikes on Baskin. Close pitch misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Score update from Bartram Trail and Atlantic Coast. It is 2-0 now. Bartram has caught swinging at strike 3. Trent Baskin 2 down in the 7th. Last hope for the Saints, Linsangen.
Number 8, Reed Linsangen.
Bartram Trail leading by 2 over the Stingrays after 5. And Creekside 1 out away from facing the winner of that game Thursday night, right back here at Freedom Field. The 0-1 pitch. Down in the dirt, 1-1. Linsangen 1 for 2. Single and a flyout. 1-1 count. This one skied to left. Jackson diving, cannot make the catch. Linsangen holding on at first base. So the Saints temporarily staying alive. Jackson Phillips up to the plate. First pitch to Phillips. Upstairs for ball 1. Phillips is grounded into a double play and popped out in foul ground to third base. 1-0. Swung on and missed. Ball and a strike. Runner on first, 2 down in the 7th. Dupre set. Did he go? No, he did not. 2 balls and a strike. Little blooper to left. So back-to-back 2-out singles. Aiden Wiles
That'll bring up the
trying
center
to
fielder number 30.
keep
Aiden
this
Wiles.
last-minute comeback alive for the Sandalwood Saints. Gavin Dupre looking to complete all 7 innings here in his district semifinal start. First pitch to Wiles misses, ball 1, and Chris King gonna go out there, have a quick chat with Dupre. Dupre. He's got 2 on, 2 out. This will be pitch number 70 coming up from Gavin Dupre, or excuse me, 71. Game changer with a little delay. Popped up. Foul territory and out of play. 1-1 count on Wiles. Dupre is struck out 4 with no walks through 6 2/3. The 1-1 pitch. Down and away. 2-1. Wiles 0 for 2 in this one. Pitch just misses. 3-1. The Knights trying to advance to their 6th straight district championship game. They've been district runner-up 5 years straight. As there's a pop-up out of play. Now 3-2 on Aiden Wiles. The Knights, of course, trying to change that this year. And to get to that championship game, they are 1 strike away. Dupre set. The 3-2. Fouled back. Wiles stays alive. Still a full count. Dupre shakes off his sign and comes set. And looks back. Lingzangen to second. Another 3-2. Hopped up, fouled away again. Two on, 2 out. Here's the pitch. Down and away, he walked him.
That's all right. Here you go.
Bases loaded.
Nothing hurt.
I think that is going to do it for Gavin Dupre. He goes 6 2/3. Got the first 2 outs of the inning, but single walk. The Knights are going to call on Michael Bysham to try to lock this one down. When we return after this pitching change brought to you by Brightway Insurance the Baselli Agency.
Your attention, please. Now taking them out for the Creekside Knights. Number 6.
That
Michael
One Painter
Bison.
First Coast is here for your home service needs. We specialize in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, whole house pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, stucco repair, and more. Call 904-417-3557 for your free estimate today. First Coast Lighting and Fans is a proud sponsor of Schlick Sports and Creekside Baseball. They have the area's largest selection of lights, fans, and home decor. Be sure to stop by and browse their location on Phillips Highway across from the Avenues Mall at 10130 Phillips Highway. They look forward to helping you with your lighting needs soon.
Now batting for the Saints.
Bases
Number
loaded, 2 outs,
26,
6-0.
Dennis.
Creekside leads the Sandalwood Saints as Michael Bisham looks to send the Knights to the district championship game. Bisham's appeared in 9 games with an ERA at 3.20. Struck out 20 while walking 9 and 15 and a third. He faces Trey Dennis and gets a strike across on the first pitch. 0-1 count. A 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Sandalwood again down to their final strike. Bisham set the 1-2. Just misses. Up high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. And for the 6th season in a row, the Creekside Knights are going to the district championship game.
Ladies and gentlemen,
And
that's
now
the
this
ball
year,
game with the final
they
score.
hope to finish it off. They have been district runner-up 5 straight seasons. They will face the winner of Bartram Trail and Atlantic Coast right back here Thursday night on Schlick Sports. Our final score, 6-0. I'll see you Thursday night, but until then, I am Noah Schlicksup signing off, saying see you next time
Right now it's
on
2-0
Schlick
Bartram in the 6th
Sports.
inning.